Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So if you're interested in learning how to properly flesh your bustier, this method is called fleshing. So you're going to be using your fiber to achieve this. You can see how rounded the bustier is looking. So if this is what you would like to learn, please stick to the video. Thank you. So here is my front pattern, and I'm just going to be going ahead to show you what interfacing I used. So for this front pattern, for the sides I use stay, which is a soft interfacing. So I went ahead to double it, and for the mid part, which is the part that has the lace fabric on it, I make sure I use the stay interfacing as well, and I also make sure I secured it with the hemming gum. So here is the lining pieces. I went ahead to use the soft stay for the lining piece, and I made sure I also added wadding for structure, because we're going to be fleshing the lining piece, not the main fabric. So here is what the main fabric and the lining piece was looking like. So you can go ahead to draft yours, and just cut all your facings, your interfacings this way. So I'm just showing you how to go about that in this video, and these are the materials that I'm going to be using. The first one is the hemming gum, then I have my boning structure, and I also have the fiber. So now this is my front piece. I'm going ahead to join the main fabric together, so I want to join the dots together. So just the normal way you join your bustier, you're going to join one side, you notch the under bust, then you join the other side as well. So here I'm done joining the first part. I'm going to be going to join the other side to the mid parts. So you want all your notched parts to meet when you're joining your bustier. So to get a perfect bustier, I'm going to be dropping a video later on how to get a perfect bustier, but I'm sure I have several videos on my channel where that can guide you on how to cut a perfect bustier. So here is the lining piece. You're just going to be joining them the same way you join the main fabric. So once you're done joining this part, you just join the second part to it the same way. So once you're done joining, we need to iron. So you're going to be opening up those stitches, and you're going to be ironing it. So for the lining, because we use wadding for that part, so we don't want that part to be bulky, so we're going to go into open up our wadding like that, and we're going to be cutting it out, just the parts that has the seam allowance that we sewed on. So we're going to be cutting it out like that. So once you're done cutting it, you can now go ahead to properly iron the sewing like that, so it makes it relax more. So here is what it was looking like when I was done ironing. So that is the lining piece, and also the piece that we're going to be working on for our fleshing. So before we flesh, the first step is to cage. So now to cage, we're going to be using our boning to cage. So the first line I drew was the mid part. So I'm just going to draw how I want my boning to be, the places I want it to pass, and all of that. So I'm just showing you that you can go ahead to have several boning lines, but this my client doesn't want something that is too much. So I just decided to just make it minimal. So the boning structure wasn't that full, but it still gives me what I want at the end of the day. So those are the lines I went ahead to draw for my boning lines. So I'm just going to be going in with my boning like that. So you want the curved parts of the boning to be facing up. So you want the curved part of the boning to be facing up, and remember the boning has two sides, so you're just going to be sewing on both sides like that. So once you're done with the mid part, just go ahead to sew on the bust part, which is the joining for the bustier. So be careful so your boning does not appear flat. So just make sure that the side that is curved is the side that is facing up. So here I'm just doing the sides. So you just curve your boning, just take your time and you just sew it. So if your boning is not curving, you can use a plier to bring out the rods that are inside it, and it's just going to curve. Maybe I'm going to do a tutorial on that later on. So here is what I was having at the end of the day. So you can see how beautiful and neat it is looking, and it is well structured. It is okay. I'm okay with this. So once I have this now, I'm going to be going ahead to now flesh it. So I'm going to be needing the first thing I'm going to be needing is the hemming gum. So here my hemming gum is just small, is like 1 inches wide. So I'm just going to be placing it on the wording parts like that. So just place it on the part that has the wording, and if you have the wider hemming gum, just go ahead and place it on top of it like that. Just make sure that the hemming gum is fully covering the parts that has the wording, so that when you place your fiber, so this is the fiber, is going to stick to it when you iron. So this is the first step of the fiber. So you're going to make a dart like that. So you just use your scissors to slightly cut off darts like that. So once you have that, so it's going to be forming the curve, it's not going to be flat. You can now go ahead to trim off the shape of the cup out. So once you're done trimming, you want to go into iron, but before you do that, you need to place something on the fiber so it doesn't stick to your iron. So here I just used a net material that I had in hand, so I just placed it on it so the steam can penetrate into the fiber very well. So that is what I was just doing here. So this is the first step. So once you're done ironing this, if you're okay with the structure, you can just go ahead and leave it like this. Just place your main fabric on it, use it to turn the neckline, and just do all the necessary steps you need to do to finish your fabric. But if you're not okay with the structure, so this is the first layer of the fiber. See what I was saying is it's okay. So if you're okay with the structure, you leave it like this. But if you're not okay, you can go in with another step of fiber. But before you do that, you need to place the hemming gum on it first. So that's what I'm showing you here. So the hemming gum is already placed on it here. So you place the hemming gum on the first step of the fiber, then you now place the fiber on it like that. So once you place the fiber, you go ahead and place your net again, then you go into iron. So here I'm just ironing it, making sure that the fiber sticks to the fabric very well. So just go ahead and iron. So here's what I was having at the end of the day. So I have 2 layers of fiber on this right now, so you can see how beautiful it is looking. So once you're done with this, now you can just go ahead and place your main fabric on it. You just turn the neckline, do all the necessary things you need to do, and you are good to go. So I'm going to be sharing a video of my client wearing a dress. That is after we have beaded it and all that. Thank you for